cup of coffee is an entrance ticket for the city. Vienna has approximately 2,300 cafes and over 300 years of coffee house culture. World-class artists such as Mozart and Beethoven lived in the coffee house culture. People have gathered in cafes to chat, eat, read, work, play, gamble, and discuss every single day. Each shop has its own unique characteristics, with some selling cakes, others coffee, and still others offering a full menu of meals. Many of the historic cafes in the old town are the purveyors to the royal household. Of course, there are also popular tourist attractions. I will share with you the cafes we visited during our 4-night stay in Vienna. I'll start with two shops famous for their cakes, Zahar and Demel. Vienna has a wide variety of cakes. Each shop has its original cakes, and the colorful cakes make the showcases fascinating. And the most famous cake among them is the Zahar Torte. Here, Cafe Zahar is known as the original Zahar Torte. First of all, take a look at the interior. It's very luxurious and also has a sense of history. We visited it just after it opened because I heard that this place is very popular and often busy among tourists. It looks empty now. This menu book has our purpose today. Original Zahar Torte. The word original is the key point. Alright, this is the original Zahar Torte. But there was another coffee house that claimed the cake as original. That is Demel, which I'm gonna share later. There was a difference between the two recipes. The two shops fought in court for 9 years over who had the right to name the 19th century cake the original. The dispute was known as the Cake War. In the end, Zahar won the right to call itself the original producer. And now that the Zahar Torte is known throughout the world as the original cake from Zahar. You can see the word original on this chocolate plate as well. As for the flavor characteristics, I would say to when I'm at the Demel. Look, even the restroom also had a sophisticated interior design. The magnificent building across the street is the Opera House. Musicians, opera singers, and actors seem to often come here after all. It was not cheap for Japanese struggling with a weak yen, but it was a wonderful experience. Incidentally, they also run a hotel, and the cafe is attached to the Hotel Zahar. If you're looking for gifts, stop by the shop next door. Original Zahar Torte is one of the most popular gifts. Now we came to Demel, a long-established cake shop that was also a favorite of Empress Elizabeth. You can clearly see the pastries being made from the street. This show will tempt you to go inside. The ground floor is the shop and the coffee house is on the upper floor. Demel is another cafe famous for its Zahar Torte. The Zahar Torte wooden box is their signature item. However, Zahar's sales are actually about 5 times larger than Demel's. This is, of course, what we are here for today. Its menu name is Demel's Zahar Torte. The interior of the shop is very fancy, isn't it? It's worth spending some time in this place. Of course, they offer not only Zahar Torte, There are also a variety of other attractive cakes and pastries. Before the cake, let me tell you about the coffee. We also tried Vienna coffee this time. Vienna's uniquely developed coffee culture has created several classic Vienna coffees. The most typical is the melange, which is a small espresso with milk and milk foam. This is called Franziskaner. It's melange with whipped cream and chocolate sprinkles. And this one is Einspanner, which is a large espresso with whipped cream in the glass. The classic Viennese coffee is often topped with whipped cream. I just wonder if it's right I'll drink it while melting it. If you know how to drink Vienna coffee, please tell me how you drink it. Anyway, it was very tasty and best matched with the sweet cake. Now, this is Demel's Zaha Torte. It looks very similar to the original Zaha Torte, including the whipped cream with it. As for the texture, this one is slightly drier and denser. In other words, the original is a little moister with a softer texture. This chocolate plate doesn't have the word original, as you can see. The cake war is a very controversial topic of the century. Even now, some say I can't decide who won the cake war. The main difference between the two recipes is how many layers of apricot jam they have. Zaha's one has 2 of them, and Demel's has 1. So the taste preference will depend on whether you like the apricot jam or not. Both were delicious. I cannot tell you who won the Torte war. But I can tell you one thing. Zaha won the toilet war. Well, that's good enough for me. Good morning. We went to a cafe early in the morning on the day. This is Café Gelstunar. KUK means Imperial and Royal. Founded in 1847, Gelstunar especially has a long history among the purveyors. This was the first cafe we visited during a stay in Vienna. The ground floor is the shop, and the cafe is on the second floor. I was very surprised at how gorgeous the interior was. It was unlike any other cafe I know. It was like touring a royal palace somewhere. I can't come here with the feeling of going to a neighborhood Starbucks. This is House Torte, which seems to mean signature cake. But I was so overwhelmed by the atmosphere of the place that I don't remember the taste of the cake. As I recall, it was delicious. This is a latte. They offer a wide variety of cakes, so you should look at the showcases and choose your favorite one. This is Eggs Benedict. By the way, this was my first time to try Eggs Benedict. I think it looks delicious in this video. Next time I eat it, I would like to remember the taste. Here's the opening hours. We came here around 8:30 a.m. and it was not busy. On Sundays, it opens at 11. Looks like some of the rooms can be used as private rooms with the doors closed. The restroom was also very fancy decorated. According to legend, in 1683, when the Turks retreated after a failed siege, a large number of bags of coffee beans were left behind, which the Viennese took as spoils of war. An Istanbul-born man employed by the court as a spy used the beans to open Vienna's first cafe in 1685, introducing the citizens to the true taste of coffee, which is said to have been the beginning of Vienna's cafe culture. Vienna has a long history of cafe culture and many long-established cafes remain. Now we came to Café Fraunhofer. It is the oldest coffee house currently operated in Vienna, having been in business for 200 years since 1824. But even before that, it existed as an upscale restaurant. Beethoven and Mozart once gave concerts in the upstairs salon. It has a relaxing atmosphere. We'll try the standard Viennese cuisine here. There is a full menu of main and side dishes. I ordered a soup in a big pot, which is a clear consommé soup. Just the right amount of saltiness, and it was great. This is a schnitzel. It is a dish in which meat is pounded with a meat hammer to make it thin, coated with fine breadcrumbs and deep fried. Originally, veal was used, but today pork and chicken are also used. We have the chicken one. It is often seen in neighboring countries as well, but seems to be an Austrian original. In Austria, it is often served with lemon. Roasted potatoes is served as an accompaniment in common. We also got a croissant and a handmade roll. Toilet 10 is this way. If you travel to German-speaking countries, you might want to learn even just Damen and Herren before going. Man is Herren. The main tourist area in Vienna is its old town. It is surrounded by a large circular road called Ring Road. The next cafe I will share, Spell, is located here. It's a little far from the ring, so there are relatively few tourists. We may be able to enjoy the local atmosphere. Founded in 1880, this historical cafe retains the atmosphere of that time. It has a nice appearance. Looks like they use the outside tables depending on the season. It's now about 3 p.m. by the way. We visited it to take a break while doing sightseeing around. Once you get into it, you will find 3 billiard tables on the right side. The atmosphere is rustic and cozy. The famous artist Klimato was a regular customer here. We ordered soup and a light meal. This is the pumpkin cream soup. It was very creamy and rich. This is a beef soup with thin sliced pancakes. Consommé soup with thinly sliced pancakes is one of the traditional Austrian dishes. This is the Spell Club sandwich. It has chicken breast and tomato sauce inside. All were really great flavors. The restroom was partially under repair. I don't know if I should mention this now, but this cafe is on the Austrian Register of Historic Places. I enjoyed overall the local atmosphere. Last of all, Café Landmann is a large cafe located among the Ring Road. This is another one of the traditional cafes. It's a little bit cold today, but the terrace looks great as well. Let's get into it. The interior is elegant. They'll take care of your luggage and jackets in the cloakroom at the entrance. They took us to this table, which is a nice sofa. By the way, we came here at about 2 p.m. on the day. This is a Viennese broth. It contains meat, noodles, root vegetables, and semolina dumplings. Semolina is a kind of grain that is not so familiar in Japan. Do you usually eat semolina in your place? Ham and cheese toast with French fries. This is beef tartare. Tartare steak is a dish made with raw minced meat. This is topped with avocado cream. It's commonly served with salt and pepper, herbs, onions, etc. Add more salt and pepper as you like. In Japan, raw eggs yolks are used for the same type of dish, but this has boiled eggs. The cakes in the showcase were also very attractive. The oldest cake in the world originated in Austria, and Vienna was the center of its cultural development. We visited 6 traditional cafes during our stay in Vienna. All of them allowed us to have wonderful experiences, and in fact, there are many more famous coffee houses in Vienna. Let me know if you have a recommendation in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget the like button and also subscribe. See you.